Hello everyone, and welcome to News and Views for August the 14th, 2025. If you're watching this the moment it first airs, it will still be Miracle Treat Day. So get thee down to Dairy Queen and support the cause down there if you are able. Coming up, not necessarily today, but coming up in the next few days, it is the long-awaited Huns Valley 140 celebration up at Polonia. If you don't already have a ticket, though, you are out of luck. This is sold to capacity, both the hall and the tent. So there will be no tickets sold at the gate. So hopefully, might get a little bit of footage, but otherwise, hopefully you already have a ticket if you were planning to head up there because they are at capacity. But if you don't have a ticket, you can head out to Minnedosa Fun Fest this weekend. That is happening Friday and Saturday out in Minnedosa, just about 15 minutes up the road there. So lots of fun to be had out in that direction as well. As for what has happened here over the past week, we were out at the Rolling Barrage, which came through town again this year. This, if you don't know what the Rolling Barrage is a cross-Canada motorcycle journey. And this is raising awareness and funds for PTSD in military personnel and first responders. So people either ride all the way across the country or ride 4 segments of this ride and stopping in various communities along the way, including Neepawa. They've stopped here the past few years out of the Legion, so we were able to talk to one of the organizers there and see what that was all about. And as well, we were out at This and That Manufacturing this week. They had an open house showing off some of their model homes and some of their other builds that they're doing there. So we got down there to check that out. And finally, we were up at Kelwood last weekend. We got the Kelwood Agricultural Fair Parade for you to see here on the show today. If you have anything you know of that is coming up, anything you want us to know about, anything you want us to cover, please do get in touch with us. I particularly want to know if anyone who is going up to that Huns Valley 140, because I may myself not be able to get in to get any footage of that. If you get any clips of that, please do send them our way. We would love to be able to show them on the show here in the next week or two. So you can get in touch with us at 204-476-2639 or by email nactv@wcgwave.ca. Thanks and enjoy the show.
So my role, I'm the Chief Operating Officer for the Rolling Barrage PTSD Foundation. And every year we hold a coast-to-coast motorcycle ride, starting in St. John's, Newfoundland, going all the way to Vancouver, BC. And the ride enables members who are taking part to engage in camaraderie, healing, social involvement that would otherwise be something they stray away from due to PTSD.
When did the Rolling Barrage start?
So this is our 9th year. We started off our first year going from Halifax to Vancouver, and this year we go from St. John's all the way to Vancouver. Next year is going to be a big one. It will be our 10th anniversary.
Do you have any plans, special plans for the 10th?
We do. We're not releasing that information yet, but
Okay.
I have a lot of surprises coming for next year.
How did you become involved in the Rolling Barrage?
So I served for 14 and a half years in the Royal Canadian Air Force. I was a tactical data link operator and then eventually moved into space operations. In my time in service, I also was deployed to Iraq in the 2nd rotation fighting ISIS. So PTSD is something that affects me as well as most of the people in this room. I got involved initially just as a rider, and then got into volunteering on a provincial level. And a couple of years ago, I was medically discharged from the Canadian Forces because of my injuries. And at that time, they asked me to take over the Chief Operating Officer.
Is there anything you'd like to tell people about the Rolling Barrage?
The Rolling Barrage itself does more good than I can even comprehend. Not just the way that it affects the individuals on this ride, when it comes to the healing aspect of it, the socialization, but also the money we raise. So we raise on average $70,000 to $80,000 every year, and that goes directly to support services for members suffering from PTSD, whether it's supporting a veterans food bank or equine therapy camps, right? All these different organizations we support. One of the big things that we did in the last a couple of them actually, we bought these devices called Muse S headbands, and you can find them at choosemuse.ca. These headbands sync with an app on your phone, and you put your earbuds in, put the headband on, it reads your brain activity, and it will actually adjust the audio based on what your brain's doing to filter out the noise. We went out to Pictou on the East Coast and gave one to every first responder and RCP member that was involved in the mass shooting. We, being myself, my wife, and a couple others, rode down on our bikes to Carberry and gave one to all 13 members of the Carberry Fire Department who responded to that tragic accident. We've given some to the Winnipeg OSI Department, the Winnipeg Police Department. We've given to the RCMP. They're proven to work. We bought a lot of them, put them to good use. Last year during the forest fires in Jasper, the Jasper Legion became a focal point for all the first responders and firefighters that were fighting that fire. But it became overrun because they weren't prepared for that amount of people, so we gave them $10,000 to assist with what they were doing. And that helped them provide food and drinks and showers and everything to the members over there. So we do more good than I can count with this organization, and it wouldn't happen without the volunteers that we have. So
That's interesting. That's more than I've known about the Rolling Barrage. So thank you very much for talking to us, Mark. We appreciate
my
it.
pleasure.
And we're glad to see you back in your hometown.
Thank you.
To Neepawa, on behalf of the Manitoba team and the Rolling Barrage family, thank you for all showing up. It's a beautiful day for riding, even though the clouds might not look so beautiful, but it was still a gorgeous day to be on the road. So, first of all, I would like to thank the Neepawa Legion, the Ladies Auxiliary, and the community members who have come together once again to support us. Your hospitality and spirit are felt deeply by everybody that is on this ride. When we show up in Neepawa and we pull in and we see all these smiling faces, the cameras going off, people cheering, people happy, it will bring a smile to any rider's face. So thank you. It's because of communities like this that the Rolling Barrage is more than just a motorcycle ride. It's a movement for healing, hope, and connection, which a lot of these guys do when they come from Gander going to BC. You make a lot of friends on the way that come and go, but somebody's always there to listen to you. And that's what this is about. So, can I get Bruce to come on up? Bruce, on behalf of TRB, thank you to the Neepawa Legion for having us once again and putting on a great event. Marilyn Crew. You managed to skim out last year. You're not going to get away from it this year. I'm sorry. For all of you that don't know, Marilyn and I have been in contact, emails back and forth in reference to that when we pull into town, having road blocked off, things like that. Great support, great asset, and greatly appreciated. Thank you. And last but not least, because he's standing right here beside me, yes, you're not going to get away with it. In Headingley, Mark graciously paid for the fuel for everybody that continued on to Neepawa. It's not a small bill.
So at this point, we'd like to call on the Ladies Auxiliary to come up. They said they'd like to make a presentation to us.
On behalf of the Legion Ladies Auxiliary, we'd like to make this donation from our auxiliary to the garage, and there will also be another check to follow with the donation from the board.
It's your stage, you go right ahead.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure having you in our town again. You're carrying the torch. You do us proud. Thank you.
Yes, this is our first experience coming here, but we came from Erickson, and on behalf of the branch, this is a donation for our team.
This is part of the evening that is very touching, has a lot of meaning for those involved. And those of us that have served in the military and received one understand the importance of the Valor Call. So Mary makes these on her own, doesn't really use any help, doesn't accept any donation, or will try. She's done hundreds of these for members of 2DP in Shadow. She's done countless for children in the NICU, and she does them for us to do presentations to deserving members. I'm going to call the name of the first recipient. As they come up, I'm going to read their bio. Morgan Page. Raised in the north end of Winnipeg, her interest in policing began at a very young age. She researched policing agencies across Canada, and after graduating university, joined the RCMP at 25 years of age. Returning to Manitoba, her first 5 years were in general duty policing in Portage Prairie and in Gauze Lake Narrows, followed by 11 years investigating homicides around the province. In 2021, while investigating a homicide, PTSD symptoms hit hard and fast. Recognizing the signs, she sought treatment and continues that journey to this day. In 2022, she moved into teaching and mentoring others in the RCMP on judicial authorizations and has since returned to homicide work. Her path forward is made possible through the strength of her team, her family, her husband, children, friends, and treatment supports. Morgan, tonight we honor your courage, not just in service, but in healing. Now, a tradition with the quilts that you're wrapped in it when you head off the stage.
I'd like to thank all of you guys at the Rolling Garage. I remember starting with RCMP. I didn't know anything about PTSD. One of our partners we lost within the first couple of years of working. I started working with them right at the beginning, and that's when I learned that this disease is out there. And I remember going to his funeral, and all of us were together, and the priest told us a story about everybody has a cup, and everybody's cup is a different size, and you can only do so much. And I wish I knew that earlier. And I remember the minute my cup spilled over and everything was everywhere. And you have to put everything back in. It takes education and knowledge. And I think the only way for us to get through this disease is by sharing that information with people who are starting out as first responders, so that they know what to look for, and they can see the signs, and then when if they never do, but if they do get affected, they will have to deal with it. This ride and educating others is what all of us need. Thank you.
Daryl Cotillier. Born and raised on a farm in southern Manitoba, Daryl left farming at 23 to join the RCMP. His first decade was in general duty in Thompson and Selkirk, followed by 10 years investigating homicides and major crimes, Project Devote, and historical cases. He spent his final years as a detachment commander in East St. Paul. About 18 years into service, PTSD began to show itself. In 2020, he received the diagnosis. Coping became increasingly difficult, affecting every part of his life: family, work, and friendships. The Winnipeg OSI Clinic became a vital support system. In 2023, Daryl made the difficult decision to leave policing and pursue a calmer, healthier life, surrounded by nature, family, friends, and community. Today he gardens, stays active, and gives back through volunteerism. Daryl, be honored the path you've walked and the strength it took to find the new one. So before we wrap up, I want to share a very special moment with you. Many of you already know Mary Murray, a woman whose kindness has become legendary among the Rolling Barrage. Mary recently turned 85 years young. And year after year, she continues to create handmade quilts with her own two hands. For our Valor Quilt presentations, for babies in the NICU, and for serving members of 2BP in Shiloh. Her hands may stitch, but it's her heart that touches so many lives. Mary, what you do has a profound effect on every person lucky enough to receive one of your quilts. You wrap countless hearts in care, and tonight, on behalf of the Rolling Barrage, I'd like to present you with this plaque. It's a small token of the deep gratitude and respect. The plaque says, "With gratitude and respect, Mary Murray. In honor of your years of unwavering support, your selfless generosity, and the warmth you bring to every rider on our journey. From your beautiful quilts to the handmade gifts, you've wrapped countless hearts in care. Your presence at the Neepawa Legion is a tradition we treasure deeply. With sincere appreciation, the Rolling Barrage family, August 2025.
I've been in the community since 2005, and so we were manufacturing kitchens and bathrooms and doing renovations, which we still are, and we're still excited about. But in 2000, kind of pre-COVID, I started to get our CSA for park models, which is a design for small units that are in different and various areas, like as far as parks, so I started that in 2000, and then of course with COVID kind of slowed it down, but we finally got our CSA in for our park models, and then in 2003 we decided to get our CSA for park models as well as mobile homes and as well as homes. And so now we've built a manufacturing plant, which you've seen the inside, and now we can manufacture up to 6 units at a time. So that can be a park model, it could be a home, it could be a mobile home. So we have 2 units here that are almost ready to go. So we decided to kind of invite people to come and see what that's all about now that we have a system here or have some homes in place so that people can look at and touch and feel. So that's what this manufacturing area is all about. So we have some great employees that are working for us, and it's just been a real pleasure to get this started here. So I really want to have people appreciate that a modular home isn't like it used to be. So we can do custom design work. Our A277s, which are our homes, we can also build stackable apartment blocks, which if you go to our website, you can see our stackable apartment blocks. We can also do that for hotels. We can also put 2 modular units together to create a bigger space for homes, cottages. The nice thing about that is that we manufacture everything here, and when it leaves here, it's ready to be just literally put the plumbing to it, put the electrical to it, and now you have a home that's ready in half the time. So our manufacturing processes vary, obviously. Our smaller homes take a little bit less time. But you know what, that's the system, right? Once you come and talk to me and my sales team, we can let you know what that's worth and what we can do for you. We're also looking into daycares and different commercial projects. So it's been very exciting to be a part of this. And so we just wanted to get people back here, let them know that this and that manufacturing is excited to help our people in our community. So as you can see, we have more space, and we're also in the process of developing a granny suite or a 1-bedroom accessible unit that will, so we can, one person can live in it. It's about 320 square feet. So it's going to be a park model, but it can also be built as a home. So we're in the process of manufacturing that. We're starting our manufacturing process. So. Yeah, so as you can see, we can still fit 2 or 3 or 4 more projects inside the building. And that's the nice thing about the CSA. The CSA, we have to build everything inside. So you don't have to worry about moisture getting on the wood or anything like that. So we don't have to deal with any rains, anything like that. So we don't have those problems that other builders have. So. And as well as all of our storage of our materials have to be under cover. So everything we bring in is dry. Everything, we don't have to worry about anything that's weathered. So it makes a big difference.
Yeah.